Hey guys, this is Hock. Welcome back to the channel and to Abiotic Factor. I've actually done a couple of things since the last time I recorded a bunch of stuff. Also got some tips from you guys, got some things done, so there's a couple things that I would like to talk about. First of all, you might have seen, well, I did a little bit of rearranging just because I didn't like the way this didn't fit very close against the wall here. And anyways, this is now officially my gun chest, my weapons chest, and it looks awesome. We're gonna get another one of these today because I actually have a key on me that I had gotten at one point, and I know where another chest is, and we're gonna be headed out to get that. Did some odd and end farming. I finally figured out that these things that I grew a long time ago that I said I could not figure out, like after you actually harvested it, I said, I don't know what you do with it. Apparently you just place it down and it's kind of like an ambient light source. So I actually made several of them. I planted everything that I had, all the seeds that I had, grew them, and oh gosh, Gus scared the crap out of me. I've already fed and pet him, but we'll pet him again just because he's adorable. Hi, Gus. Gus, I'd like to open the door, please. There we go. You can, that's fine. You can come in here. This is where I moved the farm plots, the individual ones. That's what I was actually using to grow the antolite and two other plants that I'll talk about in a minute, but also moved the transmogrifier in here just because of the fact that it was a little creepy to wake up after sleeping because it was sitting right here and kind of have that guy's face staring at me. I do think too that there's probably something you're supposed to be able to do. I really don't know how you would do it. I guess if anybody knows exactly how this works. My idea of how this would actually work is that if you put something in here, kind of like gosh, they had it in like Hogwarts Legacy. They had it in like Far Cry 6, that if you find a type of armor that you like the look of, you can wear this helmet and have its benefits, but have it look like a different helmet. And that's kind of what I expected to get out of this. Maybe that's not the way that it works. Also, while I was wandering around grabbing some stuff, I found another bobblehead. This is an order bobblehead. So I sat him here with the other guys. He actually looks kind of cool. So anyways, there's that. Also, other plants that I planted. I dug up one of the super tomatoes and I planted this Xanthurium rice plant. I've already got some of that in here. It looks like it's used in a couple recipes. And you'll see I have a whole bunch of like cooked foods. I realized that I was kind of doing a dumb thing. Like I was kind of relying on the soup, which is awesome, but you don't level up your cooking very quickly. So I went and killed a bunch of critters. And I also went fishing, by the way. This is a moonfish fillet. They're actually really pretty looking, weirdly. Like there's like sparkly and shimmery and stuff. Anyways, but I did do some fishing. I'll show you guys kind of how that works. But this was with the intention of trying to level up my cooking skills so we can kind of move further along. I do think that I don't think this was something I had done in the last episode either, but I rearranged the kitchen and it actually works now. I moved that up there. That was very complicated to get that kind of straight. But once I moved the fridge in here and got the chef's counter shoved back in, these little grills, they don't take up quite as much space and it didn't feel quite so claustrophobic. Other things. Oh, speaking of plants, I grew this snag vine, and when you place it down, these vines are supposed to slow other things down. So you can see that like they're gone now. It only kind of goes out in one direction, which is, you know, like it just in front of it, which is why I had it back against the wall. I don't know how it didn't seem to slow anybody down drastically. I don't know. I'm a little confused. But it's here. If we find another one at one point, we might be able to grow it. Other than that, I made a ton of soups. I kind of like went to the recipe thing on I kind of Googled the recipes and I kind of made every recipe. I just wanted to get them all into my journal. So if we actually look, my soup recipes, I've got all sorts of stuff. Sustenance soup is made from MREs. This veggie stew uses antivirus wheat, a super tomato, and a potato. I think apparently I made a potato and sausage stew. I didn't even remember doing that. Gosh, Gus is scaring me because I keep thinking that Layak's going to show up. Also, mashed potatoes are here. Got mashed potatoes. Oh, and creamy tomato bisque. Anyways, all these things are here. Again, this was largely just so I could open up the recipes. I didn't even see... Maybe those recipes... Oh, here's the creamy tomato bisque. That used that milk sack that we got from the purple peccary. I also took some time and I crafted the tram key that we're going to need. So this is the tram key right here. And I also have the hot wire kit that we're going to need when we go back into the lab sector to try to get that security cart. And that's something that will be... I don't know that we'll be getting to that today. There's some other things that I would like to do. Oh, also, I forgot about this. This isn't even in my list. I had mentioned at one point that I didn't have access to all of like this stuff to be able to to level these things up. This Dioxo healer allows the bench to passively heal nearby players. The more farmable plants nearby, the faster healing up to 6 plants. That is not going to be applicable, but anyways, allows the bench to passively heal nearby players. I said I didn't have a med kit, but then when I read the description, a small medical kit mountable on most surfaces. Well, I actually went up here. There used to be one of those things where you can find medicines in, and I got this. This is called a med kit. I literally just packaged it and took it off the wall. So I think all we need, what was it, an extra heart, I think? Nope, got everything that I need. Do I need... Nope, there we go. Upgraded it to the next level. So now it is passively... I'm assuming it probably has to be on. The Dioxo healer on the nearby bench is working on your injuries. But I don't have any right now, so it's okay. Also spent some time... I Googled because I wasn't happy with the description that was provided in the compendium for the LAC. I wanted to understand how the LAC actually worked. So this says IS 0091 is to be subject at all times to an electromagnetic field with photon energies, which we knew. It said that, like it said at one point, like we even looked in here and says that it's weak against X-ray damage, and we got a crafting recipe for something for X-ray, which is fine. We can't make it yet, but the subject must be identified hourly, and that observation recorded in the subject's daybook. Anyone perceiving under any conditions should stare directly at the creature until it vanishes. So I actually looked at this because I actually got into a fight. As a matter of fact, I'm going to head out here really quickly so we'll just talk while we're running here. That way we're not burning some daylight. But also I apparently left the back door open. That's not advisable. Anyways, so I went down and I actually did end up massacring all of the guys near the crane. I took out my frustrations on them, and the LAC showed up in the middle of that fight, and I was afraid that if I looked away from it, that I would end up getting murdered. What time of day is it? It's 2:40. I was afraid that I would end up getting murdered, so I turned into a bullet sponge for all the crane guys because I didn't want to turn away from the LAC. And it looks like it says in the wiki that it appears every 3 to 4 in-game hours, and that it sticks around for about 10 to 30 seconds as long as you stare at it. But I guess it's one of those things that if I know that I'm about to go into some form of battle, and I haven't seen the LAC in a while, I might want to wait until I see it. Also, this guy finally found out... Yeah, you run, because we're going to catch you. I've actually already done this once and confirmed that it worked. I could not figure out why I've murdered this guy so many times. Oh, I forgot I opened this door. I was like, where did he go? Because I was like, he said nowhere to go. Yeah, he does now. So that scanner guy, apparently the guaranteed way to get him to drop his pack... let's ride the tram over and we'll find the other guy, and we'll go ahead and do this now, because I gotta wait for nighttime for our next mission anyway. But anyways, the guaranteed way to get that guy to drop his pack is not to shoot him, and it's not even just to melee him. You're supposed to use the net launcher and then beat him to death with a melee weapon. And it's supposed to be a guaranteed drop. I did actually try it just to make sure that it worked, and I do have a rat pack that's back at my base. It did work, but I just wanted to kind of show that off so that if anybody else is having problems getting the rat pack for any reason, and they just thought that it was the reason that I looked it up was because I thought that maybe the chance was just so low that I was just never going to get it, and they said no, there's actually a way that you have to get it. So let's see here.
Vidal.
Oh gosh, you.
Regio, begin.
Okay. Now, he's still here. Need to get this out. All right, so... All right, did he drop? There it is. So there's the rat pack. So that's all you apparently have to do. And from what people were saying online, and like I said, the only reason I Googled it was because I was having such bad luck. I killed these guys so many times that I wasn't understanding, like, if the chance was just so bad, and I just, you know, shouldn't expect it. But no, it's apparently you have to do it a very specific way. I also need this. Did you perchance... I have to start cutting these guys up all the time because I need to make sure that they're not dropping any of these keys that I can use to open chests. I need to make sure that they're not dropping them. Did anything phase through the wall? Please go away. Chair. No, nothing here. So while we're on our way back, one of the other things I wanted to mention is that I was trying to figure out why exactly it was. Oh, by the way, the rat pack, you will see that the capacity is 30. It does weigh quite a bit. The weight of this one's only 4. The weight of this one is 10. I think I'm probably going to just go ahead and I'm going to use it for now and see if it becomes an issue at any point. I'll save my security pack for now. But I was trying to figure out why I never got the crafting recipe. When we were looking at the different the maestro gear, which I got from the symphonist, I got the parts for the casque, which is the head armor, the greaves, which is the leg armor, and the vambraces, which is the arm armor. I never got one for the chest plate, and I believe this one, from what I had seen, in order to get the set bonus, you need to have 4 pieces. It's not just 3. And so I think when I kind of Googled to see what was in that specific recipe, it looks like it's possibly the makeshift chest plate, which I've never crafted because I went to the cushion chest plate and then I used the lead vest when we found it. So I would like to make a makeshift chest plate so that we can see if that will open that maestro, that other piece of maestro gear. And I also want to make... Gus apparently wants to go outside. Have fun, Gus. I think he can take care of himself. Anyways. Oh, he just came right back in. That's fine. All right, so if we make the makeshift chest plate, which one are you? Makeshift chest plate. Oh, I need a packaged filing cabinet. I mean, technically you're a packaged filing cabinet, but you've stuff in you. Okay, well, I need to find a filing cabinet. I think I might have some in the office sector, which we'll get. But I also wanted to make a landing cushion and another jump pad. So, and there's reasons for those. And this is why I mentioned we may not be getting back to the lab sector today, just because of the fact that there's a bunch of things. And this is the problem with me, if you've ever been around my channel for a while. When I do things like when I, what am I making here? Jump pad. I need a brick yet. An energy brick. Go ahead and craft that. And then a jump pad. If I actually do a whole bunch of recordings in a row and then I go back and I edit a bunch of them, I come back with a whole bunch more of ideas or things that I've seen or anything like that. And so anyways, that's what this episode is. This is catching up on all of Hock's crazy ideas or other things that that's clean water, or other things that I've kind of, things that I've come up with or things that I saw while I was editing. All right, so in order to make the chest plate, I'm going to go quickly and I'm going to try to find a filing cabinet, so bear with me. Oh my God. Oh. Okay. That thing jump scare. I'm not going to lie. Oh gosh, and then there's you, and I didn't even reload. Okay, you know what? Okay, I take your pieces back, because like I said, oh. Shoot. I'm trying to level up my cooking. Okay, there's this, and I'll duck so I don't get shocked again. Oh, apparently I'm getting radiation poisoning too. I don't have my suit with me, which actually is probably just because of that peccary. We should be fine. I don't even remember what I was saying, but let me go get a filing cabinet. I at least know that that's what I was on a mission for. By the way, as we get back to the base, I happened to join the Discord server for the for the developers for Abiotic Factor, they have some stuff that's going to be coming out here in the not too distant future on one of the updates. It looks like they're going to have a biohazard fridge so that you'll be able to store the different radioactive pieces without taking it, that you'll be able to refrigerate them and not take radiation damage from them. Oh, I did mention I went fishing, by the way. All right, I have my filing cabinet, so let's go ahead and make the makeshift chest plate and see if that actually opens up. Is it you? There, it's you. Ooh, that takes a while. Maestro adornments, there they are. All right, so we're going to go ahead for now, and we're going to save the makeshift chest plate because you need it to be able to craft that. We're just going to put it on our armor stand right there, and I'm going to put a couple of these things away, and then we're going to head out and do a couple other odd and end things, like I said, that I wanted to test while we were working on this episode. You know, by now you'd think that I would have remembered what I was in the middle of saying when I encountered that peccary and then forgot what I was saying. I have not remembered. Just wanted to point out this, by the way, too. When we encountered the whole little lore behind the shapeshifter guy, I just wanted to point out that I'm going to break some lore right now. This is my prediction. So, do you remember how it said, so this is a fish fillet. Do you remember how it said that guy, he always wanted food and he would give you a stapler? Do you notice Warren Bunning wants a fish fillet and he gives you a stapler? Are you a shapeshifter? Just saying. I'm gonna shoot you with my electromagnetic nets, Warren. All right, it is almost nighttime. It is 8:50. And the reason I'm coming back over here is because, actually, this was something I'd never given any thought to. And we went through this series of vents once upon a time when we first started the game. I believe it was this vent. And we eventually got to the point where we couldn't keep going because, well, we had to pick, yeah, I think it's these vents. You either went this way or you went this way, and I believe this took you to a crazy fan that looked like it was probably going to chop you to pieces. Somebody mentioned to me that, hey, the fan probably turns off at nighttime, huh? So let's wander through and see what we can find. Obviously duct tape, because I always find duct tape in... Oh. Does this go to that... It does. I think? Is this original room that's right outside that the door was? It sure is. Okay, what flow transit? I was gonna say flow control. Okay. So, well, now this is unlocked. I don't know that it really helps us greatly. There's not really much in here, I don't think. But hey, there you go. Secret to the... Okay. Don't know what that is. Little game secret right there.
All vacant perforations will be resetting in 3, 2...
The perforations are resetting, so we could go back and get Portal World resources if we wanted to, but we're probably not doing that today either. Speaking of...
Mondays, am I right?
Mondays, you're definitely right. Although it's probably not Monday. We've established the fact that you're not great on your days of the week. All right. Let me head back up here and grab my other stuff and probably the forklift, and then we're going to head down towards manufacturing, because that's where a bunch of the other stuff is that I wanted to try to do today. Oh shoot, I just heard the thumping sound. I forgot, security bots here. Oh, I don't know if I actually mentioned this. I put a second Tesla coil and I put the Chopinator out there, and I put the Chopinator out there because it was sort of after I made this whole setup. That was kind of when I looked at it and realized that the Symphonist is... the Symphonist doesn't take damage from these things, which is why I... Oh gosh, he almost ruined that Tesla coil. Where's my hammer? That's right, it's down here these days. I've moved it. All right, let's go ahead and get that repaired. But I also put a second one down of these because these seem to have, like, when you go to put them down, they have an arrow that points a specific direction. So this one actually points towards my door, which is the way that I wanted it, so that if anybody comes to my door, then they're getting shocked. But it doesn't help when the security bot comes around. And, yeah, when the security bot comes around and he's beating it from behind. All right, let's go ahead and harvest this guy, get his CPU and all his stuff, and also I'm filthy apparently. And I need to go put all of my stuff away, and then we will be ready to go. All right, guys, so the next thing for us to talk about while we're on our way back to Manufacturing West is that I mentioned that I went through and I decided I was finally, just now that I've got really good weapons and other types of things, I took in a bunch of slushy bombs, a bunch of mugnades, and of course I took in like a entire stacks of like grinder discs and scrap shot ammo. And I went through and I killed the guys. Oh gosh, I want to grab my, let me grab this. I might need this. I think he's respawned. Let's see. Have you respawned? Sir, I need my forklift. You've both respawned. I don't care so much about that guy. It's you I care about. Oh gosh, would you just stand... Oh my... Okay, whatever. Just... He can come back down and chase me and then I will fight him. But for now, I need this. Okay, so... Yeah, I suspected you would be back. Grinder discs. You should never go against somebody that's carrying grinder discs. Do you have anything that I want? Any more keys? You don't have any more keys. That's fine. Whatever. Okay, so the reason I wanted to come back down here, a couple things. First of all, as I was coming through here, I noticed that there's a hanging crate. And I did actually jump up there, but this was part of the reason I wanted to craft the landing cushion, which I just did figure out a few minutes ago how it works. You have to put it down while you're on the ground. So I guess it's always preemptive. I couldn't place it. I tried it from a high spot, and you can't place it. Like, you can't just chuck it on the ground as best as I can tell. So the idea, I imagine, is that you place it, then you use the jump pad. I wanted to go, but now... Probably should have placed it a little closer. Okay, well, I didn't land on it. That is less helpful than it probably would have been. Oh, gosh. Okay, that's right, I don't hurt... Okay, we'll get it in the end. I just wanted to place that thing. All right, I finally made it in here. There was some rebar that was laying here that I grabbed. I wanted to see if there was anything worth coming up here for, and I saw that there was a power cell, but I figured that I would go ahead. I'm probably just gonna leave these here. It looks like they only scrapped a cloth, but I did want the power cell, although I'm gonna need to grab my hazmat suit out of my... okay, let's stop with the jump pad now. All right, so that was one of the things I wanted to make sure that I had the landing cushion for when I needed to come back down from high places so that I didn't break my legs. I say as I walk around on my broken legs. I think I've got a splint in the forklift. I think I've only got one, though. Oh, no, I've got 3. All right, let's get rid of this, and let's apply some splints. So one of the things that I did, and I'm curious to know if it worked. Oh, by the way, I looked at this too. I don't actually know if this is Julia because what I kind of watched back on the video, Julia had more of like a reddish hair, and I don't think she was wearing glasses. This lady's got like goggles or glasses on, and her hair's definitely black. So maybe we'll still see Julia at the end. Anyways, I went through here and I was interested because of the fact that early in the game, you'll, like, every time that you would look around, I've disabled it now because I don't like it. If I go into my settings into, is it gameplay, crafting bench waypoint, I've turned it off. But if you turn it back on, it would actually show you that that's where my base is, which means that the crafting bench is what actually designates your home base. So I kind of wondered, if I put crafting benches in these locations, does it prevent the spawn of the enemies? So I put one in this side and one in this side, and I'm curious to know if it worked. It's been a long time since I've been in either of these places. I have not checked on this. I really should reload my weapons before I go into a place that may have a whole lot of hostile enemies. So give me just a second. Oh, you're a disaster, Hock. Just like always. Just like always. Oh, and I guess let's go ahead and do the nets right away, too. All right. Did it work? Okay. There's nobody so far on the first 2 floors on this side. Here's where my crafting bench is. Okay. Guys, that totally works. Here's the crafting bench on this side. I wasn't sure how big of a radius they had, which is why I put crafting benches on both sides. It blocks the spawn of the enemies, and this was the most heavily populated area, which was the only reason that I actually decided to try it here. Whether I keep it this way or not is a whole other story. Oh, this was not the chest I was gonna get. But I guess we can get this one, because I'm going to forget this is here. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to forget this is here. Okay, this has a sigil of the hearth, which is, I believe, is the same thing I'm already wearing. Let's grab all of these things, and let's package up this crate. I'm going to get a bunch of these, and I'm going to use these at my base. It's going to be awesome. So all of these guys are now gone, and I can actually use this as sort of like an outpost if I wanted to, because I've got crafting benches. I actually considered bringing, if it actually worked, I actually thought about bringing, I need to get some stuff out of here so I can put this chest in here. I thought about actually bringing like some chests down so I could actually set up sort of like an outpost in there. It seems a little bit cheesy, though, I'm not gonna lie. So that was the only reason I reconsidered that I might remove them. Not 100% sure yet, but if you're looking for a way, if you don't feel that confident in combat, that would be a good way to... I do not have duct tape. I was actually going to build another crafting bench and put it in here, just mainly because of the fact that it's not that I can't kill this guy that spawns in here. It just drives me nuts every time I want to recall my forklift and he's here. So this one was one I was actually going to keep, and I was considering actually removing those. But anyways, let's go to mapping. There's some stuff I wanted to look at in mapping as well. And while we're on our way, we're going to try to keep an eye on ceilings. That is kind of the one thing, is I want to make sure that I'm keeping an eye up, because of course gamers never look up, and that's where they're going to hide like the Easter eggs and the fun loot barrels and stuff like that. So we're going to go ahead though and check in here, and I had the ornate key because of this chest over here, but there's another something or other over here that I also wanted to check that I noticed while I was editing a video. Might be nothing, might be something, but I guess we'll find out. First things first, then this is the chest that I was going to use the ornate key on, but like I said, I knew I'd seen some more of those order chests other places, and I couldn't remember where they were. So since I had seen that one, I figured I better get it because this one I do actually remember. All right, so first things first is I need to get rid of the snipers. So these snipers are a pain, and I need them to be gone for my next plan. Oh, they die really fast. So they have like no health at all. I am actually, being the crazy hoarder that I'm actually considering making a third makeshift headlamp so that I have it. Oh gosh, I got an arm. Of course I got an arm. All right, so that's one sniper. I shouldn't have too many issues. Oh gosh, there's reinforced crates here I never broke down. By the way, my whole purpose for, if you saw all of the massive bunch of contents in my forklift, that is now a mobile base. I have food in there, I've got water in there, I've got the battery charger in there, and I have a cot that like one of these cots that I tore down at one point.
The dead.
Very nice. Slushy bombs, I'll tell you what. Love these things. Light gun repair. I didn't know those guys could drop gun repair kits. What I'm really hoping is that I find some more of the ornate keys, so that we can open more of the ornate chests. But I think from what I kind of read about those is that they actually... Yes. Oh, these guys. I dislike them so much. So I'm glad that they die really easily if you freeze them. Anyways, I think that the ornate chests have a sniper skull. Sniper cowl? The ornate keys have a higher chance of dropping with the captains, which are the ones that wear the berets. What is a sniper cowl? An ornate hood with a pointed crest worn by marksmen of old devoted traditions. To the Sagittarii of the Order, the hood represents protection from the evils of the world and the narrow focus required to cleanse it. Armor 8, weight 2. What is my current armor? So this is armor of 10. So it's not as good. It would be whether or not the... I've got too much stuff in my hands. I can't see. It'd be whether or not the buff for it would actually be worth it. Did anything else respawn over here? No. This is what I noticed while I was editing. I don't know where this goes, but I've decided that I want to come down here. And I'm starting to get these things when I see them now because the pressure gauges are needed for the mugnades. So you will see me breaking down more pipes than normal. What is that? Is that a dead pest? I'm not taking any more barrels, by the way. I have an absurd number of barrels. I have like 6 barrels. It's ridiculous. It is more than any one person should ever need. I mean, if I was playing multiplayer, that'd be one thing, but it's just me. There's no reason for me to have as many barrels as I do. Where the heck? Oh, this isn't even open yet. Okay. I know that there are some areas where they're still working on, like they're talking about, when I kind of looked in some of the Discord channel, they were talking about that they'll be adding things where some of the, currently there are locked doors and stuff, the doors that won't budge and such, so that'll be interesting. We'll might have to like track back through all of this stuff at some point just to see what all they've added once they get into, you know, more versions of the game. So guys, remember me talking about looking up? There's like a second story over top of this thing. Wonder how you get up there, because there's not stairs on the inside. Were there stairs on the outside that I haven't seen? Do you need a jump pad to get up there? Are you even supposed to get up there? If you get up there, are you stuck? There's so many questions I have. I don't know. Oh, by the way, guys, while I'm on my way back towards the other sections of Manufacturing West, one of the other things that I found out about the LAAC is that in order to, if you aggro it, it will not stop unless you... It mentioned that it's always attracted to one player. Well, I'm the only player, so it will always be focused on me. And the only way, if you aggro it and make it angry, the only way to get rid of it, and I actually did have to do this at one point because I got a little too close to it and it started chasing after me. You have to jump into a portal, or you have to die. There's those two options. All right. So speaking of portals, let's go in here because there is a portal. This dude's still here. I was wondering, all these people keep leaving. These things need to get out of my way. I don't like them anymore. We went through this portal once upon a time. Do I have my fishing rod? I do. Okay. You know what? I'm being dumb. Hock, always take your platform carts with you because this is where you run into problems. Oh, there's reinforced chests. I should probably tear those down. I probably don't need them. I'll probably get them at a later date and time. All right, hoarding has been achieved. I have now all of my platform carts on me. But we got dumped into this water area. And there are peccaries and pests and carbuncles and all sorts of... Oh gosh, I'm already... Okay. All right, let's get an actual weapon and not a... Okay. This. I don't think we've ever jumped through this. All right, let's go ahead and get rid of you right away. And I'm going to cut you guys up because even if I don't end up eating you, I'm sorry to say you're going to boost my cooking skill. That's very rude for me to say, I know. Also, by the way, guys, this of course is, like I mentioned, this is where we get dropped into from that portal. I never actually went down this direction while I was playing for you guys. But I actually have been down here. It's nothing... I was wondering if they could use these things. I want this. I'm not sure if I'm going to need to make another jump pad at any point. There's nothing of great consequence down here, but I figured I'd at least show it since, you know, you do this type of a let's play and you want people to be able to...
Sector will be ceasing shortly.
What about this sector? Anyways, there's just areas to grab like antivirus wheat. There's just like some tunnels and stuff like that. You can come in through the vent or you can come in the way that we just did. I'm practicing my baseball skills, by the way. Yeah, I don't think... Yeah, this just takes you out to the area that I fell off the train, which if I would have come back this direction, but I was so confused when I fell off that train because, well, we jumped through this portal, so I didn't even know if I was in the same... I didn't even know that I was in the same area. Okay, so first things first, there's a pest coming, and a shapeshifter. What's for lunch? Do you want raw pest? I can probably give you raw pest here momentarily. Yep, I can give you a raw pest rump. That's probably better than just raw pest. I don't even know. Apparently, that's all we got. Yes, I wanted to try to see if we could actually fish in here. There are apparently places you can fish that you wouldn't expect to, so I figured there's a body of water here. Oh, yep, there's something. You can see it swimming around in the water. So the way that the fishing works is it mentions they're pulling the opposite direction of the catch to tire it out and then reel it in. So it sometimes takes a little bit of time, whatever that... Okay.
Buy low, sell high.
Okay, I caught a moonfish. This is the same fish that you catch in the... Yes. This is the same fish that you catch over in the dig site. I was going to take you guys over there and show you the fishing, but now I don't have to because you catch the same type of fish. All right, let me... So this is the other thing...
I hope it's Pizza Friday.
I hope... Pizza Friday sounds amazing. I'm actually recording this on a Friday, and that actually sounds like it would be amazing. Get my heater out because I'm apparently cold. We've never jumped through this portal because the first time that I came here and I removed the power cell, I went up that direction, I fell off the train, and I never came back here. We never jumped into this, so let's go. Let's see what's over here. That was the least... This is going to be the least exciting episode on the planet if I keep having experiences like this. All right, guys, we are near the second tram that we opened, and I mentioned that this we couldn't get into before, so I have the jump pad, so we're going to go ahead and use that to get in there and listen to Dr. Mance. I'm hoping... You know what, let's take the other jump pad. I have another one in here, just in case. Like, I don't want to get stuck in there. Let's put these... Let's put away things that are going to be radioactive. We'll carry around an MRE, apparently. I don't really want that on my hot bar, though. There we go. Okay, my headlamp battery is empty because I have not been paying attention. But this, assuming... This is the purpose of this guy. All right, there tend to be plugs just... everywhere. They're littered everywhere, but there's not charging stations everywhere. So in my mind, it made sense to bring along the battery charger. Now you watch, it'll make a liar out of me and I won't be able to find a plug anywhere to save my life. Hey, look, a plug. So we'll go ahead and put this guy down. Probably unnecessary, but, you know, just was kind of the, like I mentioned, I wanted to turn the forklift basically into a mobile base. This was my idea. Now we can go ahead and officially charge our headlamp while we go out here and we listen to Dr. Mance. Overkill? Probably, but you know. Okay, this jump pad... Okay, hang on a second. Where's the one? Oh, I think I put the other one in a... in a platform cart. These ones are almost too strong to get past some of these things. Okay, there we go. I actually am able to get in here. Hey, I could have brought the charging thing and just plugged it in right here. Goodness. There we go. All right. Hi, Dr. Mance.
139 has been perhaps the most difficult IS to study so far. We first thought it was simply refracting light through its crystalline form, but now we're not so sure. It appears shrouded by some kind of aura that renders it almost entirely transparent to visible light. The creature moves at incredible speed, so catching one for study will be challenging. Obviously, I have left Dr. Stern in charge of the investigation.
Okay, J redacted. I'm assuming that's the... Yeah, the crystal guys. By the way, I've not seen the Laic in a while, so we should be expecting him anytime. Standards for the safe immurement of IS-0139 subjects are currently under assessment by GISC. The following are provisional. Full viral pathogenic biohazard containment, electrical insulation rated to 2 MV, motion triggered IR monitoring, grade 2 blast dampening. I'm not sure what all that means necessarily. Okay, so the train is... Someone in the facility may know more about the train? I'm interested in, like, opening some of these things. Like, who else can tell us about the train? Okay, 173 is the electropest. We've not gotten... I'm assuming this is the other version of the peccary, the purple one. Okay, IS-0028's the library. All right, so the register... I thought these were all going to be, like... critters, I guess, for lack of a better term, but they're not. They can also be locations. So that's interesting. All right, we've got somewhere else we need to go while we're here. All right, so what we are looking for here, we are looking for the location. There was a location where I don't remember precisely where it was, but there was a portal that you had to basically, you had to jump or something to be able to get up to. And, oh, I think it's this. Wait, is it this? No. I need to remember where it was. Also, by the way, we have to figure out how to get keys for these things. I'm assuming we probably don't kill the gate staff like we do with the order staff. Yep. I told you I expected him soon. I just made a pass around this place, and this is not what I'm looking for. All right, and he's gone. Now we won't see him for another 3 or 4 hours. I won't lie, he scares me every time. Like, he makes that creepy sounds, and he freaks me out. I'm tired. Goodness. How are my stats, by the way? Not those stats. Other than tired, I'm fine. I promise you I'll find it. But there was some buildings that were put together, and there was a way to get into another portal. It's just it required you to have a way to get to an elevated location. This is it. This is it. Okay, so there's the portal, and I think there's some of the shimmery guys around here. Yep, I thought you were here. Oh gosh. The grinder was, I think, what I determined was the appropriate thing for this guy. Oh yeah, they die pretty quickly, okay. Interesting. All right, I want to be able to get up there, though. Did I check all these lockers? Yeah, they're all open. All right. Let me go ahead. I'm going to break down these reinforced crates as well. And then I'm going to get everything reloaded, get myself all sorted out here. And then we're going to go hop in that portal. I don't know what to expect. So I want to make sure that everything's properly set up, and then we'll head out. Okay. Got some stuff put down. Got those reinforced crates. I also already tested the platform. It does, or the jump pad. There was a crate there that gave me chains. So this does work. So let's go ahead and grab these things. And let's... Oh, shoot. More stuff. 1 second, because there's more steel cable here that I need. All right, guys, let's go see where this goes. So does this... We're in staff processing? Does this go back to the same place we just were? Because it didn't... Okay, it didn't look like it was showing the same... location. Staff processing. Let's get a weapon out. Also, let's get our shield out just in case. Let's start by going down here. It looks like that's the way we're going to want to go. So naturally, let's backtrack first. Okay. I don't know. What is that? No way! No way! Does this look familiar to anybody? Smashed pest dummy? This is where we came through during our orientation, and Bruce stood up there and told us to stomp on it.
Interesting.
This is very nostalgic at this moment. This is where we came through. Oh, we went that way, though, and they're not letting us go back that way. Interesting. But this is where we just... Hang on. Hang on. Can we go through here? I mean, this says I can kick it. No. Okay. Well, that's less exciting than I was hoping. I also just realized I didn't bring my hazmat suit, so hopefully I'm not getting too much radiation being in some of these places. Okay, so we've made it back to our humble beginnings. We're back to our humble beginnings, people. Also, here's a pickaxe, and I'm not taking it, because apparently it is only used as a weapon, and I wasn't a big fan of it, actually. Alright, so let's go. We're gonna be up on Bruce's level now. We're gonna see what Bruce was hanging out doing up here. You know, up here while the rest of us were peons down stomping on the pest dummy. I will take that duct tape, thank you. I just want the paper. Can I have the paper? There's paper. Magazines apparently break down into paper, by the way. Work smart. Use it or lose it. Okay. Alright, so this thing, even though it fell, we can't go up into the ceiling, apparently. Anything? Ooh, some money. That'll buy me some more slushies. I think I'm running low on desk phones. I should probably start taking some along. I was hoping that would break. Oh, we are taking that. Anybody that's been around this channel for any length of time knows that I'm a dog lover. We are taking the puppy with us. Okay. So this is, yep, this is, we are now Bruce. Just stomp on it. And I know there's nobody there to stomp on it for us. Okay. Well, I mean, it was interesting. Like I said, maybe a little less exciting than I was hoping. Should we take some pictures along? Abstract mountains, forest. I have one of the forest paintings, but it's more square. Sure, we'll take them along. Okay. That was actually pretty neat. All right, let me go drop all of this. This wasn't here when I came through here. I don't think. Oh, well, whatever. All right. I need to check my list and see what is next on our schedule, so give me a few moments. All right, guys, we are back at this is where you go up to the surface tunnel. This is what they call the dig site. The only reason I came in here, well, in addition to the fact that I decided instead of getting out in my cot, I just figured I'd come and sleep on one of these cots. It's already placed down. That was weird. I thought I'd let you know, I was running back through here to do some fishing, and the bobblehead was right here beside this tire. I just happened to see it as I was running through here this time. I wasn't focused on looking around at everything else. I was kind of on a mission. I saw it out of the corner of my eye. So for anybody that's looking for that bobblehead, now you know where it is. All right, we need to head now for my next thing. We're actually going to go briefly back to Flat Hill. By the way, guys, in addition to nachos, Gus eats antiverse wheat. I pushed the wrong button. There you go. Have some food. So if you ever decide to do the pest taming thing, you can actually feed them the antiverse wheat, which is plentiful, as opposed to the nachos, which are not so plentiful. All right, guys, the moonfish is very bright and shiny shimmery. We're going to go ahead and get it butchered up here so you guys can... How do I not have it powered? Hang on, let me figure out the power situation here. I'm not sure what that was about. This should be the lever that runs everything on this side. I'm pretty sure... Oh, the layak's back. I hear it. Creepy, creepy thing. Would you go away, please? I've got fish to butcher. Oh my gosh. I've got things to do. Thank you. Okay. Fish. So all we should have to do here, chop it up, and it's going to turn into a fillet and some bones and some fish oil. And it actually turns into 2 fillets, it looks like, and this is what I mentioned. It's actually a very, very pretty... they put a very shimmery effect, and I think it's actually very pretty. I know. It's not supposed to be pretty. It's supposed to be food, Hawk. Yeah, you know what?
I should probably locate a restroom.
It can be both. Also, I need to turn down my vocals. That was one thing I neglected to mention, is that I actually, I have no idea where I've got this stuff right now. Just go in there for the moment. I actually had some sort of graphical glitch. This shimmering effect that's going on with the lights, it was awful. There was like so much pixelation going on when I opened the game back up. I had to reset all of my graphical settings back to default, and I actually apparently have things set a little too high, so if you guys notice anything that's a little weird, that might be what's causing it. But I know that I had turned down my specific player dialogue because it's very loud, and I made sure to turn the NPC dialogue back up. But if you guys notice anything, make sure to point it out. I might have just missed the setting when I was going back through. All right, we're headed to Flat Hill. All right, so what are we doing back in Flat Hill? Well, very simply, there is supposedly a fishing spot. Since we're doing some fishing stuff today, there's supposedly a fishing spot here. Did I bring along? Yes, the fog lantern. This is something I stumbled on when I was kind of looking up some of the fishing, like the recipes and stuff like, oh, this. I was gonna say, it's supposedly in a fountain. I'm a little dirty, so I will wash myself. This doesn't even look like you should be able to fish in it. It's very shallow. But apparently this is it. Let's give it a try. But apparently, so this thing is, I think, supposed to help with some of this stuff. I'm not sure. Stamina drains much slower while in or surrounded by fog. Okay, that doesn't make a whole ton of sense as far as what I'm doing here. But anyways, there's supposed to be a special kind of fish here. Because this is the one thing that I was trying to figure out, was how we get more of the Symphonist so that we can try to finish off the Symphonist armor. I was trying to figure out how... Yep, there's a fish. Sure enough. I'm trying to figure out how we get more of this Symphonist to spawn. That freaked me out. I wasn't expecting... I am pushing forward, by the way, on that. That's just the animation. And that's pulling backwards. Okay. Anyways, so in order to get more of the Symphonist to spawn, they recommend it, because I was trying to figure out where all the locations were in here in Flat Hill where the Symphonist might spawn, and it was recommended that if you want to try to catch the Symphonist in Flat Hill, that you come back immediately after a portal reset. They said they seem to have a higher chance of respawning if you come back immediately after the portal reset. However, this fish has the ability to make some form of sushi. So if we make this specific fish fillet will make some sort of sushi that will immediately trigger a fog event, which means that a Symphonist will be somewhere in the Gate Cascade facility. So that was why I wanted to come here today, is because we're probably going to be looking, I don't know that I'll be doing it this episode, but I wanted to make sure I've got some of the cord fish available so that we can make some of the sushi, and then we can spawn some of the Symphonists and try to finish off that armor set. All right, guys, I caught 2 more of the cord fish. I think that will probably be sufficient. I believe from what it had said, yes, here we are. I believe from what it had said, where does this bring us out? Oh, this brings us right at the, where the dead guy is. I think that makes like 6 portions of sushi or something like that, just 1 fish alone. So we should have plenty. We should be able to trigger the fog event plenty of times, hopefully, to get enough pieces to be able to finish the Symphonist armor set. So that was one thing I was pretty excited to share with you guys, is that those cord fish, that's apparently where they're available. I have no idea what this all breaks down into. We'll find out as soon as we get it back to base and butcher it up. And then there's 2 things I would like to do yet today. And like I said, this was kind of like we didn't get a whole lot done as far as like exciting things or anything like that. We didn't continue advancing through the sector, but there was a bunch of things that I was curious about. And so I wanted to make sure we took time to do. Okay. We are back, and we are going to go ahead and put all of these things away. Good Lord. I need to spend some time cooking these things. And like I said, it's not because I want to make things out of them so much as the fact that I just want the cooking experience to try to level up that skill. But let's go ahead and butcher this. Raw codfish fillet, porcelain shards. I didn't know that it gave you Wasn't there supposed to be something else? What's the round thing on the right? Maybe there's only just a chance of that. Partial organ. Oh. I think the partial... Wait. Just hold on. Hold your horses. Here, put the fillets away so that they don't go bad. The actual armor set, the reason I'm trying to get pieces is because we need organs and we need porcelain shards. We might not even need the Symphonist to craft some of these things. Maybe we just keep going fishing. Okay, hang on a second. Let's see what all we can do here. Okay. Yeah, it looks like if I keep doing some fishing, I've got 3 out of 4 porcelain shards. So this is the van braces, which we already made. Here's the greaves. I just made the leg wraps, and all we would need is 1 more shard. And then the actual, let's see, the adornments, that takes 6. And the cask, so it's just the organs and the porcelain shards. And the organs, you can make organs from partial organs. So we may not need, I mean, it'd probably be easier, like faster, instead of doing the fishing, much less dangerous to do it by just going fishing. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and store these leg wraps over here. Oh, the Layak's back. I just heard him. And the air feels different. Where is he? Oh, well, there he is. Hello? I see you. Can you please go away now? Get him, Gus. Get him. All right, guys, we are back in labs. As you can see, there's Abe and Janet who's waiting for us to get them into containment. However, we are right next to the security cart. Let's go ahead and repair this. So I think the advantage of this is that if you're playing in multiplayer... Oh, there is some cargo here. I was gonna say it takes 4 people instead of like the forklift is just 1, but probably the forklift will be my primary, because these are 6, this is 24 slots. I didn't know this had cargo at all. So it's better than I thought it was, but this has 18 slots instead. But we're gonna take this. I'm not in the driver's seat. This is not an American vehicle. All right, here we go. Drive. Here we go. Yeah. It's a little easier to navigate only because you can see better. I'm gonna go ahead and take this back to my base. We'll probably, for the most part, be using the forklift. I don't know, maybe if I can consolidate the stuff down in the forklift, maybe we'll... This is not the way I wanted to go. Maybe if we can consolidate the stuff in the forklift to like 18 slots. For the most part, like I said, the only thing I'm really using it for is like a mobile base. So as long as I can accomplish that with this cart, then I should be good to go, but let me get it back to base first, and then I'm gonna head back for the forklift. All right, guys, I think there's just a couple things left I wanted to do in this episode, and right now we are back in the vicinity where we first encountered the LAAC. There's the X-ray machine, but there is this XR transfer. So this, I noticed... Hey, the portal world resources are resetting. We read these emails. I never pushed this button.
Reset complete.
Oh, it makes a portal. I wasn't prepared. That doesn't look like it goes that far, but I really wasn't prepared to jump through a portal, but... Oh, that's what those things are. We're back in Manufacturing West. Okay. Yeah. That's the office over there that we hacked and it opened the big door that goes out to the crane. Yep, for sure. Okay, that's a nifty shortcut, actually. That might make more sense as to why you would want to, like, you know, maybe base in different areas. They're gonna give you some options for transportation. Guys, that security bot is different. Is that how you get a jailbroken CPU? Is you have to have a different security bot? I don't think I'm probably prepared for... Where's my mugnades? I wonder if you can freeze the security bots. I came back here because I wanted to activate the tram. Hang on a second. Hang on it. Okay, they do. Okay. Dude, 3 mugnades, and it's a jailbroken. Okay. Guys, now we know I need to go back at some point. I need Kiz Cola. This is radiated? What am I even gonna do with this? A strange soda from a strange vending machine. That might be what Dr. Mance was talking about in that one recording that we listened to, where he said he couldn't believe that one of his people would drink...
hiding the evil.
There's a scanner guy. He's freaking me out. He's walking around talking and... Can I not put this down anywhere here? Okay, there we go. Anyway, he said that we shouldn't be drinking out or getting snacks out of, basically, we shouldn't be getting snacks out of machines that appear out of nowhere. Okay, so I have the tram key, unless I just shoved it in here. No, I have it with me. All right, I want to make sure to keep the jailbroken CPU on me. And I bought a coffee because I was really tired. And I wanted to finish this off. And there's a couple emails up there that we have to read really quickly. All right, guys, we are back in the room that I ended the last episode in, where I said I needed to come back and collect the resources. I have come back here. I've not actually collected all the resources yet. However, there were some emails here that we needed to read. So let's go ahead and take a look at them. Webbing infestation. K. Pendleton. We had another webbing infestation in Anning last week. I put a request in for more of that gel from Antiverse B. It's the only stuff that can get rid of it, but Lenora and her TR team have been in Antiverse 3 since Tuesday, so it might be a while. We need to raise a priority on that. That webbing grows way too fast, and in another couple of days we're going to have a problem on our hands. I think Hutton's getting sick of me going over his head to Mance, but if he can't see the problem, then he is the problem. Leave it to me. Okay. That looks like some form of webbing. It's kind of gross looking. Yellow paint. I've been putting this yellow paint investigation on the back burner for months now, but Mance asked me about it, so I better do something. You did the preliminary assessment. Anything I should know? We have zero idea who leaves it there. We've got a dozen more samples at Rise and credible reports on at least 30 more, which makes the absence of even a single lead all the weirder. The TR team's notes make no sense either. They found it up cliffs, on the edge of buildings, even underwater. Their current theory is it's leading to something. But what? We've wasted how many hours following these trails? And for what? I ran composition tests. It's just paint. 2 words. Ordo storage. Okay. All right, now we know how to make yellow paint. Pluto shots. Here are those images from Romer Probe. Note that these are classified Tier 3 and should be treated accordingly. They have no idea we have these. Okay, looks like Pluto. Anybody know? Is Pluto actually still a planet these days? Don't know. All right, so the other thing that I wanted to do while I was here is that I, of course, made this tram key so that we can get this other tram unlocked. Oh, and you. All right, maybe I'm getting a little bit better on timing. I will take you for your parts. Thank you very much. Okay, there's some things here that I didn't loot last time. We'll grab those right away, too. Let's see where... Oh. Okay. I didn't realize that just unlocked the door. I thought that unlocked the tram. The tram's still locked at the... Okay. Well, that was less exciting than it might have otherwise been. All right, guys. Well, that's going to be it for this episode. Basically, what I want to do is I want to kind of I need to just kind of figure out my way around this place. Also, we'll be looking at trying to make QPad Hacker Tier 3 the next time, and obviously there's some things here that like I mentioned, there are recipes that I haven't even unlocked because I haven't found the pieces for them, so this is something I definitely want to continue making my way around manufacturing. So like the memory brick here, we now know the CPU, but we don't know how to make some of these other things that actually go into that brick. So anyways, hi Janet, hi Abe. All right guys, well that's going to be it for this episode. So I'm going to thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this episode, feel free to like and comment. Also subscribe so that you get notified of future videos. But for now, my name is Hock, and this has been Abiotic Factor, and I will catch you guys next time.